Hey guys, Chad here. Thought I'd upload a kill of Silken Court normal. I was asked to upload some additional normal kills, so I figured this pug kill was an opportunity to do that. I didn't do any live commentary because this was a pug, so instead I will talk over the clip of the kill. And because of that, I will also give you a slight note. You don't need to overthink this as much as I did. This is just a window into my obsession with Disc Priest. This is normal. You can likely get away with playing a little bit more lazily, but regardless, let's get into it. 6, 7 seconds or so on the pull timer. I will tend to start my mini ramp here. I'll switch it up a bit and I'll go into my toy box and I'll turn into a skeleton in the middle of the ramp. A little bit of a switch up. You don't see that in the Disc FAQ on Warcraft Priests, that's for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna go into my Mind Blast Rad here. I want to make sure that I'm getting some value here before I need to go into my ramp for the Burrowing Eruption. So I get my buffed Void Blast in after Penance, and then I'm looking at the timer for Burrow. So Burrow goes to 11 seconds roughly with Lust, which we have, and that's when I start my ramp. And I'm gonna send Evanch here so it's back up for the intermission. And there we go, 9-10, Rad, Evanch. I was very unlucky. That Druid was, he was very strangely positioned. Anyway, we hit this big hit here, and it ticks quite hard. Ideally, people stop the boss now with the webs. They are, as you can see, and what that does is make you avoid the damage from him slamming into the wall a second time. Right after here, we get another Venomous Rain. I tend to send my third Rad in there, just to kind of keep my Void Wraith going for a bit more, and then cycle a Mind Blast as well, get that Rift going. And the next goal is the second Burrow, which is currently 24 seconds away. This one you ideally don't have that much haste for, so I started this one at like 15 seconds or so. You also get a rain that's coming soon, that's going to make your party quite low health as the Burrow is coming in, so hitting this quite early is good. And here we make sure that the rotation is correct. You want to send a Void Wraith and Mind Blast before your Rad if it's a Rapture ramp, and then we crank. Get quite unlucky there with the second Rad again, that's unfortunate. Alright. So now that we've executed this ramp, we can't send a Rad here if you want to hit the intermission really hard, which I want to. You can send a Mind Blast if you send it right off cooldown here. I did not do that, that's a mistake. Alright, we're gonna go into the intermission here. I'm gonna start my ramp. This is Evanch. I want to hit this early because you can get 2 pets in intermission in your normal pug. If you're in a guild where damage is very high, this is unrealistic, but you can still cycle a third Rad in the intermission safely. Because it's quite some time into the next phase that we get damage at all. In this phase, Devour Matter from Void Weaver is very powerful. We deal extra damage through Shadow or Death when a target has a shield on them. And this entire phase is just exactly that. So Shadow or Death here, high priority, very strong cooldown. You can see me trying to get CDR here, trying to get this Void Wraith back up. And then I go into my ramp as fast as I can. I didn't quite have my Void Wraith up here, which will probably mean that this ramp will be a bit scuffed. I'm trying to deal with the movement here, trying to make sure that my globals are as like optimal as possible. And there you go, the intermission was too short. I actually didn't realize that would happen. Regardless, you can see here the next thing we want to ramp for is the web vortex or the dispel debuffs. I usually ended up ramping such that I hit my ramp after the web vortex pull-in and after I was like kind of out and safe from the purple circle. So you'll see me go into a ramp here. And I want to be sending my Rads as I exit that purple circle on this web vortex. What this will do is it will let me top people up for the stinging swarms. And a lot of healers struggle here because we're like moving the entire time, breaking those webs. So I go in here, hit it hard. I did a slightly incorrect ramp sequence, but that's okay. We're just looking to top people up here, get people's health back up. I dispel. Yeah, and now we're kind of chilling. So the next mechanic that we are ramping for is the next web vortex. This one is a bit strange. I don't know if I hit this correctly. I'm pretty sure I fuck up my second Rad. But what you want to do here is you want to cycle Evanch here. You're not saving it for intermission. And the reason for this is because the web vortex here is just as dangerous as the first one. Yeah, there you see. The second Rad was fucked. And then I try to get out here. We want to send Evanch, and then we want to top ourselves back up here. We want to get ready, just like the first time, for those debuffs. When they get dispelled, everybody takes 660k damage, so we want to make sure we're topped. Okay, the boss is gonna go to the middle now. And we push intermission early, and in the intermission there's a damage event called Seismic Upheaval. This is a dot on the raid that occurs at a 25-second increment, and there's 2 of them. So you want to make sure that you know which one you want to hit. You can very easily hit the first one, and then have a Radiance ready for the second one. Void Wraith will not be available for both, but that doesn't matter, it doesn't deal enough damage. And as you can see here, these mechanics are going to be present in phase 3 as well, so we need to watch our feet. It's just a bunch of poo on the ground. Same thing here though, the boss will have an Absorb Shield. You want to make sure Shadow or Death is high priority. I fucked up my healing in that phase, but you don't have to. Okay, so in phase 3, the way that I found that you could play this, the best way you could play this, was to hit the swarm slightly late. Not late, but late enough such that you can hit the overlap of the swarm and the web vortex, such that you're hitting like mid-swarm, and you're able to have your second penance and Shadow or Death available for when the web vortex goes out. That way you can run out of the web vortex as you're pressing those GCDs. Sorry for that lisp. And as you go out of that ramp as well, you can plant after you get out of the purple circle, and you can cycle a Mind Blast and a Radiance on the Bird Eruption coming right after. You can alternatively save 2 Radiances and send both of them into the Dispel debuffs if the boss health is high enough. You can see here that it's supposed to come in 15 seconds, but the bosses are dying here. Adjust based on how good the DPS in your guild or pug is. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helps. I know it's just normal. Sadly, it's kind of early in the week for me still. Most of my raids where we're gonna hit the later bosses of Heroic are happening Sunday onwards. So hopefully from then on we'll have some Heroic bosses as well. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.